Zone. Hey, seniors. Y'all get on. Call your roommate, call your friend, call Miss Sally now. Let them know we on. It's Thursday on the Lotus Zone. Welcome to the Lotus Zone. This show is to educate, enlighten, and engage the seniors and their caregivers. Y'all, look, it's candidate series. If you're on the radio, if you're listening on your radio, honk your horn. Let me know you hear me. Let me know that you hear me. Today, we got stuff. It's still Technology October. I think it's Technology October. That's what we calling it. I don't know. They don't even go together. It's technology. We got tablets. We still giving away tablets. And we got smart TVs to hook your tablet to the smart TV. So if you can't get us, you can get on your tablet. And don't forget, that is from a grant from the National Meals on Wheels of America. We got $100,000 to give out in tablets and TVs. And we just got started. I don't even Tim, did we spend $20,000 yet?
We spent about half.
No, we didn't. We ain't keeping count. We're going to spend till they don't make no more tablets. All right. This candidate series is sponsored by the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging Senior Advisory Board to give them information on the candidates to make informed decisions at the polls. So this ain't me. This is what y'all wanted. We have invited all the candidates in the mayor's race, the Metropolitan Council, local judiciary candidates to come to the Lotus Zone and engage the seniors. Each candidate will be asked a series of different questions submitted by the seniors. Some of these questions were collected during lunch pickups at various senior centers, and you'll see them on the live screen. Some of them are asking them online. Each candidate segment will be given 15 minutes, 2 minutes to respond, and you get 2 minutes to start. We ask each candidate to refrain from personal attacks against their opposition, because we believe you're more interested than your opposition. We prefer that each candidate stick to the topic. This show is sponsored by People's Health Care, South Medical and Dental, and First Financial. Me and Patrice Walker. Our first candidate up, because today is District 6. Our first candidate up is Mr. Dunn, getting it the done way, doing it the dumb way, the done. I can't remember, but he got some good slogans.
Done deal.
The done deal. We doing the done deal. I know it's a bunch of duns. Anyway, so look, if y'all got questions for Cleve, you can call in 225-663-2271, 225-663-2271. Tell us all about yourself, why you decided to run, why you decided to go from being the kingmaker to the king. That's my question. Let us know what happened, what made you change your MO. Let us have it. Let's have it.
Well, let me first thank you guys for welcoming me into the Lotus Zone, is what you call it?
Lotus Zone.
Lotus Zone. That's
right.
a great name. That's a great name.
Yeah, because we represent the Gray Army. Once they get activated, ain't no stopping them.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, thank you, Tasha, for you, your staff, and all the seniors and caretakers out there. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to our platform. Before I get into me, I got to take my hat off to Tasha and her team over here, the work they're doing.
We
got a chance to look at this beautiful facility here. They're doing some amazing work. Appreciate that. You know, it's just I'm speechless. You know, if you hadn't got a chance to come over here and look at this facility, you want to definitely come look at it and get a chance of some of the work that they got going on that's coming to the horizon in the future.
That's right.
But as it relates to me, I'm Cleve Dunn Jr. I'm a business owner. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm what I call a Baton Rouge boy. I've been born and raised here. My mom and dad are both from the Eden Park area. My mom raised on 37 in the dead end. My dad raised on 46 in the dead end. They married and moved farther north to Scotlandville and raised me and my sisters in Banks.
They added all them numbers up and moved to Banks.
The number streets. If you're born on or near number streets, you know what time it is.
That's right. That's
right.
So
46, 37, and we was raised on 68 in Banks. So
68.
Number streets.
All right.
My wife, Stacy, we've been married 22 years. We've been together 25 years. We met at Capitol High School. We have two girls, Malaysia and Anaya. Malaysia is a freshman at LSU, and Anaya is a senior at Liberty High School, which is the former Lee High School, which I was actively involved, Tasha, as you know. We're changing that name.
That's right.
One of the reasons I'm running is I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner.
Okay.
You know, we create jobs and income opportunities in this city. And far too often in our city parish budget and other government and quasi-government agencies, minority-owned business owners don't get the opportunities that our white counterparts get as it relates to contracting and procurement opportunities. We have a $900 million budget in city parish. Almost $1 billion, $900 million.
Okay.
Less than 5% of those dollars are being spent on minority vendors. Less than 2% are spent with black vendors, Tasha. We got to change that. I'm offended by it. I'm appalled by it. We have a city that's basically 50% black. We have a parish that's about 48, 47% black. We have an income gap in this city between whites and blacks. Blacks make about 1/3 of the income that our white counterparts make.
Well, you can sure look at my income. It's low.
And city parish has a role in that. I think what happens is people give jobs, contracts, and opportunities to people who they know, people who they congregate with, people who they network with. So we got to gut that thing out. It's not just about electing a mayor or a council person. We got to go in and change the department heads, change the mindset. We've done that as 7 years serving on the airport commission. The past 2 years, I've been the chairperson there. And we've helped open up doors and opportunity for small minority women-owned businesses in Baton Rouge.
This dude gonna give a speech or what?
I'm just giving it to you.
My seniors got some questions for
All
you.
right, okay.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
He done gave a whole I have a dream speech.
Go ahead.
All right, this is the first question. The East Baton Rouge Council on Aging currently has a dedicated millage tax.
Yes.
That is utilized to provide much needed services for the seniors in this parish, all across the parish.
Much
What
needed.
is your stance on the tax? Do you support it, or if elected, would you repeal it?
I do support it. I advocated for it. I didn't
That's
speak
what I'm
at the
talking
mic,
Right.
but I supported it.
You did.
And I will support it in the future.
All right.
Let me speak specifically to dedicated taxes, though, if I can elaborate on that.
Go ahead.
And it's not just the Council on Aging dedicated tax. And I don't want to change anything voters have already approved.
Okay.
But when we have some of these quasi-government agencies, they got these huge surpluses, Tasha, and we got issues in other areas, whether it's city pairs or other quasi-government agencies.
Right.
I think we need some language in there for future renewals or future taxes to say we can utilize those funds. We can come up with whatever the percentage is.
Sure.
But when they're huge surpluses, we need to be able to move those funds around.
Well, I don't know how they get to have a huge surplus.
Well, some of them do.
All right, so Ms. Joyce Dunn, she attends the Charles R. Kelly Center, which is not in your area, but her question is, how do you propose to control the violence between citizens in the parish as well as violence against the citizens by police?
Yes, great question. Listen, it doesn't matter if you're in my district or not. We have 12 Metro Council members, and each of these council people vote on issues that affect every district. So we want to hear from everybody. No, if you're in the district, not white, black, red, or yellow, Republican, or Democrat, we want to hear from you.
Okay.
Listen, police, sheriffs, constables respond to crime. They don't stop crime. The Crime Stoppers are people like me and you, Tasha.
Right.
People who create jobs and income opportunities. Business owners, executives in organizations that'll give black and brown, white and yellow people jobs. I don't think people roll out their bed and say they want to be involved in criminal activity. But oftentimes, in many of our communities, criminal activity is outside the door when they leave the doorstep.
For sure.
The streets is out recruiting government. The streets is out recruiting jobs. The streets are out recruiting schools, and we got to change that. So when our people leave out of their house, we got to make sure that legal opportunity is there, ready and available for them. And we don't have that. We have to change that. So it's about jobs and income opportunities. The best thing to deter crime is a job. One that's a high-paying job that you can have a livable wage to take care of you and your family, and that'll divert you from going down a life of crime.
So you for $15 an hour? That's what
I'm for $15 an hour and even more.
All right, I'm with that. Look, okay, so here's another center. This senior goes to the center at the event center right there by
Donmore?
Melrose East on Donmore,
Yeah.
right? Why are there so many empty lots, overgrown, filled with trash and tires? If elected, what would you do differently to address that?
Blight is a huge issue throughout the parish. District 6 is not as bad as some other districts, but it is some blight there. What I've talked about is our adjudicated rolls are too full. They're too heavy. We got to clear those rolls. What you're dealing with oftentimes is air property, where you're trying to locate the, Momo and Nana done passed away, and they took care of the house and paid the taxes and did everything right. But, maybe they moved on, and the next generation didn't know everything they had to do.
Sure.
So they wasn't educated on how to maintain that property. So what we have to do, in my opinion, is we have to make sure we reach out to them in a timely manner, give them the options to, pay the taxes, get the building or the structure up to code so it won't be blight or it won't be on adjudicated roll. But if we don't get any response, I think we have to go in there legally and ethically and get those properties, get them to investors and business owners who are willing to invest in the community, who are either from or live in the area, and they can put those properties back into commerce. There's many people out here that are looking to do that work. You guys have done a whole lot of that work with your organization, taking blighted buildings like this one and others and put them back to commerce. So it's plenty of opportunities for that. We have to look at best practices around the country and make sure we're not.
And so in that same vein, what's your stance on all the property that's currently held at the RDA or the Bill Baton Rouge. You know, it's difficult. It's
It
easier
is.
for me because I'm quasi-governmental.
Right.
But a group like you or some folks want to go and try to get a piece of that, it's really, really difficult. And I can tell you just from experientially, when we went to get the fire station on Gushon, it cost me more to go through the legal issues and to go through all the ramifications than the building was worth.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks don't have that kind of wherewithal. So what would be your plan with working with them?
Well, you got to look at best practice, but obviously what's going on is not working because it's taking too long. And without planning and zoning in general and when you're building and construction projects, we got to look at first paying DPW workers more money, but we got to look at best practices, systems, and things of that nature to move the process along. When you're trying to get permitting and you're trying to get things of that nature going on, you got a project in Southeast or the northern part of the parish, you got to get way down here to mid-city downtown to see why the paperwork is not moving, why this permit is not approved. So that's an issue. We have to look at it. We got to evaluate it and see what we can do to bring change so that these projects can move along faster.
Okay, and if elected, what are your top 3 priorities for seniors in this parish if you are elected?
Couple of things. My top 3 priorities specifically for seniors. One of them.
It's a senior show.
One of them is a community center, Tasha. You know, me and you both grew up
raised up in the
and around a community center. We saw firsthand. Gushon. Yeah. It's now MLK.
That's right.
But you know, it
used to be the
Eden Park Community Center.
That's right.
But
I took karate in there.
And everything else.
Yeah, we took karate. I used to be whooping them.
So we saw the value firsthand that the MLK Center, the Charles R. Kelly, the Leo Butler, the Jewel J. Newman Center has served for our community. Community centers have bridged the gap for access to health care and social services.
That's right.
Been a safe haven for many of these communities where people could congregate and get information, get knowledge, and things of that nature. District 6 once was a majority white district, but now it's a majority black district. Along with that comes some needs that are similar, not the same, but similar to the Eden Park area, similar to South Baton Rouge, similar to North Baton Rouge and Scotlandville area. And what that would do, that would help us bring FQACs and social services there to bring those resources to the people because there are transportation issues, there are access issues there. I would let the data determine where do we put it. We need to evaluate the district and see where the most need is. But I'm committed to bringing a community center to the area. So that's one of them.
Okay.
And you know, the senior centers are housed many places in where?
In the area.
In senior,
that's right. In senior housing.
Community centers.
That's right.
The other thing is healthcare. You know, we have a access to healthcare issue all over North Baton Rouge, but again, a community center partner with the right FQAC or healthcare provider can bring more healthcare access to seniors and everybody in the area. But just, you know, from a quality of life standpoint, my parents are in the 60s, and so I've seen the transition where us as kids are taking on a different role, you know, where some things we leaned on them for, now they're leaning on us for. So, you know, they want to stay active, they want to stay vibrant. So I'm just a proponent of supporting seniors. You know, it's about seniors. It's about 8,000 people turn 65 every day.
That's right.
And seniors are about 15% of the population. Seniors are about 15% of the population. So we got to make sure that we don't forget them, that we don't leave them out the pasture. Hey, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
That's right. That's right. He didn't win Google. Now look, okay. So what will be your plan for drainage and flooding in the parish? And since we're running short on time, let's go ahead and address traffic. Yes. That's it's all the same.
Yes.
Traffic, drainage, flooding, and crime. You know, that's a hot topic.
I'm glad you asked about drainage because that's one of my overall priorities. In 2016, we had the Great Flood. My mom flooded. My mother-in-law flooded. Many of my relatives flooded. 50% of the homes that I lived in at the neighborhood that I lived in at the time, homes flooded there. So every time it rains, we're concerned that we're going to repeat 2016. We need a comprehensive plan. We need a comprehensive plan to address our flooding and drainage issues. Very similar to what this council and this mayor did with Move EBR to address our infrastructure issues.
Hold on one second. You got a call? All right. The seniors, they want somebody.
So that's what I think we should do about flooding and drainage.
All right. All right. Lotus Zone, you on with Cleve Dunn, candidate for District 6. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Dunn.
All right. She on it.
I truly believe that Council on Aging could handle the seniors. You need to be setting up something for the young people to try to keep them out of the streets and out of harm's way.
So she said,
Yes.
we got to get on them young people. Thank you, ma'am.
Great point.
She
But
ain't she mad about the young people. I'm tell you what my seniors want to do. Seriously,
I'm a and both
they want to
guy.
be able to sit on the porch after 5 without having to be worried about
Scared, huh?
somebody gonna fool with them.
Yeah. All of us want to be safe and secure, so that's a need we need to address.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a and both type of person. I think we can do both.
And both.
Yeah, and
All
in
right.
both.
So you got something for the young folks too?
Yes. Well, I started as a part of the airport commission. I created the Baton Rouge Youth Aviation Experience, and you may have seen some of the things that we've done with exposing kids to the aviation industry and all the jobs and income opportunities that are there. This past year, we took 25 seniors from all over the parish to Los Angeles. They toured LAX. They met with Delta. They met with American. They met with other professionals in the aviation industry to see all the income opportunities that are there. Many of our kids are not afforded the opportunity to explore aviation in that way, and we want to open that up. So that's one way where I will continue to work to expose kids to the aviation industry. The aviation industry is having what they call a silver tsunami right now, where many of the baby boomers are retiring out, and there's not enough young people in place to fill those roles. So we trying to do whatever we can to make them aware of the industry, let them know they can make a above average quality of life and income there, and travel the world at the same time.
Well, that's good. And then since you're a businessman, you can mentor them on how to be an entrepreneur, huh?
Yes, entrepreneurs always at the forefront with me. I'm all about controlling your own destiny, creating your own opportunities. I don't have anything against jobs. We all need them. They're great. But we can also create jobs. We don't have to just wait for somebody to give us one. We can create jobs.
That's right, 'cause I like my job. All right, now listen. Go on and tell us why you the best candidate for District 6, why the seniors should vote for you. Because we know you got a lot of signs, but we need to know why we should vote for you according to your platform.
Well, listen, I would just tell you, and I say this often, all of us got a platform, got something on push cards. Yeah. You know, we got talking points and all that kind of stuff. In my mind, and I hope in your mind, at the end of the day, it's about bringing resources home to these districts and to our community.
Right.
I think, Tasha, in my mind, many people who've represented North Baton Rouge and Mid-City bought into this big plan about doing what's best for the parish, or doing what's best for downtown, or doing what's best for the city. And oftentimes our infrastructure and many of our issues have been neglected because most of the resources went out to the suburbs, and now the suburbs trying to pull away and leave with our resources. So we got to change the mindset. Speaking of suburbs, we got to be dedicated to our communities, our districts, and our people. And I will do that. I will make sure we bring resources home to our district, to our community, and to our people.
And just right quick, since you mentioned suburbs, what's your take on St. George? Because my mama went to bed in Baton Rouge and woke up in St. George. What's your take on that?
Many people did. I'm against St. George. I've been advocating against it, and hopefully it don't pass. I'm in support of the mayor and Councilman Cole and their suit. Hopefully that prevails. If it does not prevail, what we got to do, we got to make sure that the legacy cost goes with them, because we've seen issues like this before where they come in and take assets, but they don't take legacy costs, and then we left with the legacy costs, the
You're
burden
talking about
of that.
Central. Gotcha. All right, thank you, Mr. Dunn. We appreciate
Thank you.
You were really, really
What's
good.
the name of it again, though?
The Done Deal. The Lotus Zone.
The Lotus Zone. Done Deal in the Lotus Zone.
Done Deal came to the Lotus Zone. Up next, we got Mr. Corey Smith. He'll be up next. Seniors, they liking it. Somebody on there loving it, loving the Done Deal in the Lotus Zone. He gonna come back because he gonna come back for Thanksgiving and help me and Senator Fields. We passing out an 18-wheeler.
Let's go.
18-wheeler of turkeys. We passing out turkeys till they fall out your eyeballs. Seniors, on November the 19th, we got an 18-wheeler full of turkeys for everybody. We can't have our Thanksgiving dinner like we normally do, so go home, take your turkey home and bake it. Start baking it. Bake it for 3 days. That's all right.
Before I get out of
here,
what
you got?
I'm doing jigger ropers on Sunday, so you bring some seniors
my
and
knee
your
hurt.
staff, and y'all come out here and move.
My knee hurt.
Get y'all shake on.
My knee hurting, but we
y'all look for me on Instagram and Facebook.
I'm gonna send Trudy and Shan. They could do it because my knee hurting.
Please, Dunn Jr.
I run from exercise.
In the Lotus Zone.
Done Deal in the Lotus Zone.
Number 110 on your ballot.
Number 110. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. I enjoyed you. All right, up next, Mr. Corey Smith. Come on, Mr. Smith. We're gonna skip this break because I know I'm over time. We're gonna go straight to Mr. Smith. Ooh, he got an electric blue suit. Bring him in here. He's suited. Oh, seniors, wait till y'all see this suit, baby. He looking. I pledge allegiance. He looking like the whole American flag. Come on, I pledge allegiance. Come on, Mr. Smith. We ready for you. He got his aviators on like he been flying the airplane. We ready to hear what Mr. Smith has to say. Oh boy, you so sharp. I don't know what to do with you. Could you come on? He running through here like he already elected. Come on and get on the mic. Come on and get on the mic, Mr. Smith. Oh, man, bruh. What is this suit? Man, I'm telling you, I like that color.
Appreciate
Cobalt electric blue.
Do I need to put this on?
Yeah, you need to put that on. You got to put that on. We got Mr. Corey Smith speaking to the mic. Mr. Corey Smith is also a candidate for District 6. He is also running for councilman District 6. Boy, that electric blue, look at you on the screen, that electric blue with them bright white teeth is shining. Boy, you sharp. All right, Mr. Smith, we're going to give you a good 15 minutes. You're going to start with the first 2 minutes. You're going to tell us all about yourself, why you decided to offer yourself up for public services, why the seniors should vote for you. He's smelling like Gina Tate and electric blue. Let's have it. All right.
Bun number 9 is my favorite scent.
Bun number 9. Bun number 9. I don't even know what that is, but it smells some good. All right, come on.
How y'all doing today?
All right.
I'm Corey Smith.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith.
I'm your candidate for Metro City Council of District 6. I live in District 6. I work in District 6, and I'm ready to serve District 6.
All
I'm a
right.
teacher by day. I teach 8th grade English. This is my 8th year in education. I run a boys club called Young Men of Achievement, where we connect young men to resources, teaching them how to be successful not only inside the classroom but outside in the community. I also have a nonprofit called ROCK, Reaching Out to Community Kin, where we help families and individuals that's battling kidney disease by connecting them to resources. Because we all know somebody that's on dialysis. And for those who don't know, I ran for office in 2016.
Okay.
And my father died the week before Election Day.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, God is good to me because he knew what was going to transpire in my personal life. My mom ended up dying 2 months later. The day, if I would have won that election, the day I would have been sworn in as the councilman, my mother died that morning.
Well, I'm going to need a Kleenex.
And so God has prepared me for this seat. God has called me for this seat. God has equipped me. At that point in time, I wasn't fit to be a leader. I wasn't fit to move the city parish forward. But what I did do, I stayed consistent in my service. And that's what I believe the district looking for. They're looking for a person that has the courage to fight for the people, one who has compassion for the issues and consistency in their service. I'm running for Metro Council for one simple reason, just to create more jobs for our people in the city of Baton Rouge. Right now, we outsource a lot of workers, from construction workers, engineers, architects, you name it. We bring in all of these people to build our city projects when we have those talents here in Baton Rouge. Once I'm elected, I'm going to work with our local business owners, show them how to become vendors with the city, teach them how to properly bid on city contracts. I'm also going to write an ordinance that prioritizes them in that bidding process, just require them to hire our local people. Because one thing about it, Tasha, people are not out here on these streets committing crime because they're bad people.
Right.
Most people commit crimes because they're trying to provide for their family. From every drug dealer you know to the people that's breaking in, robbing the local gas station. They take that money and they go take care of their family. I just want to give them the opportunity to do just that. I cannot do it without your prayers. I cannot do it without your support. And I definitely cannot do it without your vote.
Corey, I don't know no drug dealers, but let's go on to the first question. I don't know who you know that know a bunch of drug dealers and armed robbers, but okay. I'm going to go with that.
Let me tell you why.
Where you get that from?
Let me tell you why, Tasha.
Yeah,
because
tell me where you get that from.
One thing about it,
you got that out of Time magazine?
No, it's two groups of people that's not out here shooting.
Who is?
You have people that's at work and the people that's at home sleep because they got to go to work.
Got you.
Those two groups of people are not shooting.
I believe you with that, but I don't know
we just
no
got to
drug
provide
dealers.
the opportunities for it.
First question, Corey.
Okay.
What are your top 3 priorities for seniors in this parish if you are elected? What are your top 3 priorities for seniors in this parish?
Well, my top 3 priorities for seniors once I'm elected for District 6.
I said if.
Once.
All right, come on.
Is once I'm elected. Once I'm elected, is going to be top priority is to create more affordable housing for the seniors.
Okay.
As well as addressing our blight issues, because we all know that blight is a hub for crime. I just want safer communities.
Right.
I also want to start an initiative.
Wait. You brought up blight. What are you going to do with the blight? If you notice a lot of blight in your community,
correct,
and it's a hub for crime, it attracts crime.
That's right.
What's your plan for it?
Get rid of it. That's gonna be my first thing, is to address
what you
the
gonna
blight.
dig up the lots?
No, not at all. I'm not gonna
right.
dig up the lots.
Come
I
on.
don't even own a shovel. So digging up the lots is not even a part of the equation.
All right, let's hear the plan for the blight.
All right, but what I plan to do is to show the people, get in contact with the homeowners. A lot of times the biggest issue with blight properties is their air properties.
Right.
And so if you living in Massachusetts and you have a house here in Baton Rouge and you don't really know that there's an issue, we must inform you that there's an issue. Just showing the people how to revamping the properties and putting it back into the commerce and giving it to nonprofits and other organizations who can really do something with that property.
Okay, so you're gonna all right. Now, what else were you saying? For the seniors, you're gonna help them with the blight.
Right. I also want to do an initiative where we get the seniors back to work. And statistics show that by 2024, 20% of the seniors is going to be from the age 65 and older will be reporting back to work. And let me tell you what I'm talking about.
Hold on, listen.
Let me tell you what I mean first.
My seniors won't come to the senior center because they retired.
No,
I know
we got some. We have some that are retired. But when I'm talking about, not talking about working like doing labor.
Okay.
I'm talking about being like greeters at the Walmart.
That's
and
labor.
Filling in other holes that we have. Because I do believe that the seniors have a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of experience.
They really
who
do.
the younger generations can learn from. So we can't say, I won't say that the seniors don't want to go back to work. We just want to give them the opportunity if they do.
If they do, I got
Correct.
you. You're going to have something for them if they do.
That's correct.
So you're going to be Corey AARP 2.0.
You right. You got
I
it.
love it.
You got it.
All right. How do you propose? This is Miss Joyce. How do you propose to control the violence between the citizens in the parish as well as violence against citizens by the police?
Again, like I said, nothing stops a bullet like a job. I want to give people more opportunities.
Unless you're on the job and caught that bullet.
Say it again.
Unless you're on the job and caught that bullet. They will shoot at the job.
Yeah, they can shoot at the job.
Right,
but
go
hey,
ahead.
but like I said, nothing stops a bullet like a job.
That's right.
And so that's why I want to give them the opportunities to do just that, to provide for their family. And I know one thing about it, that will affect the crime rate drastically. I stand 10 toes down on that.
Okay, constituent services is a critical aspect of any successful city as it relates to the seniors of this parish. What is your plan to improve and enhance the 311 service, particularly the time it takes to get assistance?
Accountability. And holding
Good answer.
one thing my platform, one thing my campaign deals with, the AAA guarantee. Accountability across the board all the time. We have to hold every department within the city
parish
parish
for the office.
accountable.
We taking that from him. AAA, say it again.
The AAA guarantee. My pledge to you is accountability across the board all the time.
All the time.
All the time. In every
Yes.
department within the city parish
I
government.
like that. I need that in my departments. Go ahead.
And we're going to hold you accountable too.
Hey, please hold me accountable. All right. So I have a senior. She attends the MLK Senior Center. She is a school crossing guard, and she say they only get paid minimum wage for a very long time. What is it going to take for them to get a raise? Because it comes through the city parish's budget that you will approve if elected.
That's correct. Once I'm elected, I am going to fight to increase the minimum wage. I want to mandate it that every company or contractor within the city parish that receive a part of the tax exemption, as well as a vendor with the city, required to pay a minimum of $15 an hour.
We got a senior on the line, wants to talk to you. Lotus Zone, welcome to the Lotus Zone. We lost it. Call back, and when you call right back, we're gonna let you call 663-2271. They on 663-2271. Dollars back.
Call us up. I look forward to talking.
We'll
to
let you talk to Mr. Smith because he got a lot to say in his blue suit.
Hey, nice blue suit.
There they are.
Blue.
He clean. Come on.
Smell good too.
Smell real good. Okay, welcome. You're on the Lotus Zone. Who am I speaking with?
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you, darling?
I'm great. This is Barbara Berry. I just wanted to welcome Mr. Smith.
Hey, Miss Berry.
How you doing, Miss
But
Berry?
I'm sorry, I'm just tuning in to the program, but I wanted to lift my president of my alumni association, Mr. Cleve Dunn. I am so sorry I missed him.
You missed him?
But I just want to say he is a good man, and I'm going to support him.
Miss
But
Berry,
Mr.
hold
Smith,
on,
I pledge allegiance to the flag for you, for your red, white, and blue. God bless you.
Miss Berry.
Thank you, Miss Beverly.
Miss Berry, Miss Barbara
But
Berry.
go vote for me, Miss Beverly.
Miss Berry sits on the advisory board. Thank you, Miss Berry. These things is something.
Hey, they know swag. They know the best looking candidate when he's coming.
They like it. All right, look, let's go on. Next question.
Thank you, Miss Beverly.
Miss Barbara Berry. Okay. Let's see. She got me thrown off. Okay, drainage. What's your plan for drainage and traffic in the city?
My plan for drainage is clearing the waterways. I want to partner with nonprofit organizations, fraternities, sororities, and get those people who's looking for volunteer opportunities, get them out on the grounds, clearing the ditches, clearing the canals, and fixing the issue. I want to expand the drainage system. I want to upgrade it to new technology, something that's going to be that's doable, as well as produce efficient results.
Well, let me ask you this: why you want to take the job from DPW? Because isn't that what they're supposed to do?
DPW, the problem is we don't have enough people in DPW. And the way I would address that is by banning the box. We already banned the box on so many levels with city parish government.
We didn't ban the box.
We did for some jobs, but right now we need more. More could be done.
It's more to be done.
And because we talk to people all the time in my District 6, and they talk about how they contacted DPW, and the people in DPW say there's not enough manpower. But I know a lot of people that's unemployed who could fill those jobs, and then it comes to a situation where we have to pay them what they're worth. We want, because people, if you're only paying them $10 an hour, I don't know if that's how much the people at DPW make, but most times they're gonna probably give you $10 worth of work.
Well, Corey, $10 an hour is better than no dollars an hour.
I agree.
You got to crawl before you walk, right?
You're absolutely right. But at the same time, if we want good services, we have to pay for good services.
I totally agree with that. But I also think that it's a lot of people who started at $7.25 and didn't.
Hey, my first job, I made $5.15 an hour at Sonic Drive-In.
I made $3.35, but that's telling my age. All right, the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging currently has a dedicated millage tax that is utilized to provide much-needed services to seniors across the parish. What is your stance on the tax? Do you support it, or would you repeal it?
Well, you know I support it. Everybody knows I support it. Even when you guys was campaigning for it in 2016.
You ain't see me campaigning.
When the organization was trying to advocating for the millage, I came to the council meetings. I was prepared to speak on it, and I'm going to continue to support the Council on Aging. I think you guys do amazing work out in the community.
Thank you so much.
You're very visible out in the community, and so I support you guys and everything that you do.
All right.
It won't change.
All right, now give us your take and your stance on the St. George issue if elected. What will your take and stance be on that, and then the lawsuit as it pertains to the lawsuit?
My stance on that, I don't support St. George breaking away.
Okay.
I think you can't have a small group of people speaking for everybody that lives in that area. Because I personally know people that live in that area who don't want to be a part of St. George. And they shouldn't be forced to just because you have a small group of people who don't like the way things are working and want to just break away.
But in the vote, what's happened by the will of the people, should it stand or no?
No.
So forget what the people said?
I say no, it should not stand, Tasha, and I won't change my mind.
Okay. All right. All right. We're going to give you 2 minutes to wrap up. Say whatever you want to say. Tell the seniors why, besides you smell good and you're in a nice suit, they should vote for you and you'll be the best candidate for them.
Right. I'm the first candidate to sit here today that lives in District 6.
Okay,
I work in District 6, and I am ready to serve District 6. I ask for your prayers. I ask for your support. I cannot do this without you. I need your vote. I'm number 113 on the ballot. If you're looking for a councilman who's going to fight for the people, if you're looking for a councilman who has the compassion for your issues, and if you're looking for a councilman who's going to be consistent in his service, I ask you to vote number 113 on the ballot, Corey Smith.
Corey threw a whole shade tree in here. All right, thank you for coming.
Anytime. I look forward to continue working with you.
We appreciate you for offering up yourself for service. It takes a lot. All right, seniors, we're gonna go to our first radio break. We gotta take our first radio break. But coming next is who we got next, Trudy? Coming up next is Miss Susan Kaufman. Miss Susan Kaufman will be on with us next. All right, hang tight, Corey. You got a lot of love going on Facebook. They loving it. Oh, he even got the matching red, y'all. Somebody take a picture of Corey so we can put it on Facebook for the seniors after the show, because this blue suit will not wait. All right, seniors, we'll be right back. When we come out of the break, we're gonna give away the first tablet. Right outside the break. We're gonna get ready so as soon as we come back from break. All right, thank you, seniors.
Council on Aging, serving seniors.
back. Welcome back to the Lotus Zone. Radio listeners, you still with me? All right, look, before we go to our next candidate, let me get caller number 3. Trudy, put the number up. Caller number 3. I'm going to give you a tablet. We got a Fire HD 663-2271. Caller number 3, Fire HD 10-inch with Alexa. If you haven't gotten the tablet yet, now is your chance. Caller number 3. Caller number 3. Let's have it, caller number 3. Come on.
I'm trying.
Let's dial it. She's trying to dial. Caller number 3, 225-663-2271. We got a call. We got the caller number 3. Welcome to the Lotus Zone. Who am I speaking with?
Gloria McNabb.
Hi, Miss McNabb. How you doing today?
I'm fine.
What senior center do you attend?
Highland Road.
Highland Road. Yes, congratulations. Miss McNabb, you just won a tablet. You're going to get a Lotus Zone t-shirt, and you will also get a big golf umbrella. How about that?
That sounds fine.
That sounds fine. Okay, you can pick it up tomorrow. Trudy will call you, Miss McNabb. And you can pick it up tomorrow between 2 and 4:30.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Congratulations, darling. Technology is just like that on Technology Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have our next candidate, Miss Susan Kaufman, and she's been out cleaning lots in the district. So how about that? She's been out, she got mud on her shoes, and she came on in to talk to y'all anyway. So let's see what Miss Kaufman has. Miss Kaufman, we're gonna give you 2 minutes. Tell us all about yourself, why you're offering yourself up for service, and why you decided to run, and tell us your platform.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I decided to run because about 2 years ago, my mom, who had been living with us for about 20 years altogether, and about 2 years ago she had a stroke, and I spent the year taking care of her. She was in our home, and took care of her there, and after she passed away at the end of that year, I kind of brought my head above water and looked around and thought, okay, I think there are things I can do. So I decided to run for Metro Council to get involved, to find out more about the needs of our district and things like that. And that's what got me started.
Okay. All right. So, okay, let's get into the questions. First question is the same question we've been kind of asking everybody. What are your top 3 priorities for seniors in this parish if you are elected?
One of the things I'd like to see is find out what seniors aren't getting the connectivity to the Council on Aging that they might otherwise not have access to. In my mom's case, she had a little network of friends and people and family that took care of her, but there are a lot of seniors out there who don't have that. Either their kids live in another state, or they don't have the church network or things like that. And so what I'd like to do primarily for seniors would be to identify those people that don't have a connected network and get them connected somehow.
Okay, great point. So let me get into some of the senior questions. What do you plan to do? Some of the main topics and issues in our city, of course, is drainage and flooding in the parish. If elected, what would be your plans to tackle the drainage and the flooding issues?
Yeah, that's great. As I walk around my neighborhood, there are sewer cave-ins, little sinkholes around, and I have people tell me they have big holes in their backyard that they're waiting for the city to come out and fix, and their kids, they're worried about their kids falling in this big hole. We had one in our backyard for the longest time before they finally came out and fixed it.
The sinkhole?
A big old sinkhole, yeah. They did put one of those little barrier things over the front, but one of a guest at a barbecue actually her leg fell in it. It wasn't good.
I bet it wasn't.
Yeah, so I guess back to that is, if you own property, if you have a household, even if you're just renting, you pay money into the sewer user fee. And I don't understand how those funds are being used if they're not being used to fix the drainage. And if the sewerage and when that backs up, because of the heavy rains, I have one of my properties, the sewage would back up into the house.
Oh my goodness.
And so it's things like that. We need to figure out why the money that's available isn't being spent in the most effective way.
Okay. Next question. Why are there so many empty lots and that are overgrown and filled with trash and tires? And what would be your plan to address the blight in our community?
Yeah, a lot of those lots are what they call adjudicated, and it's people have stopped paying the taxes on them, and they're up for sale. And
Right.
one of the things I actually do is I buy those up, and
You
in
buy
fact,
the adjudicated lots?
I'll buy the adjudicated lots, and then I clear them off, and then I spend some of my days just like one day a week, especially during the summer. I drive around and I just go mow them. And we're actually in
So you're talking about weed liens?
weed liens, taxes, things like that, and people can actually buy those, and if they want to, build a house or something like that, they can do that. But one of the things that we're looking at is I'm talking to a few artists right now who want to take one of my smaller lots, and it's really too small to build a house on. So we're talking about maybe doing a sculpture garden and having some urban artists come in and create some artwork there, and also make it kind of like a little bit of a park, sort of a park space in one of the neighborhoods, and it would be just something that would be more beautified, I guess, is the thing. And a lot of people don't know about that the adjudicated property, and if you own property next to an adjudicated lot, you can do mow to own, which is a whole nother program that's available.
Oh, you could do mow to own. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh, no.
Mouth's getting dry.
Yeah, get you something to drink. Go ahead. All right. How do you propose to control the violence between the citizens in this parish, as well as violence against police, and just all the crime? As everybody knows, the crime in our city is really, really running rampant. And what's your plans and thoughts about that?
Yeah, that's just so tough. I agree with Corey in that, or Mr. Smith, I guess. We're good pals now. I can say Corey.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That poverty has a lot to do with that, but I think the thing I probably have the best answer for is the police question, and that is, I really feel like that our current mayor has done a lot to help with the transparency in the police department, and I think that we're moving in the right direction with that. And to continue to be transparent, so the police officers don't feel like they have free rein to be violent with the citizens, I guess is the answer to that.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay. All right. So, let's see. You have anything else to add to that?
Well, I just want to say that as you talk to the rest of the candidates as they come through and the ones that have already come through, they're really good about talking about these issues. And a lot of it is because they've spent a lot of time talking about these issues, and that's good. Some of them are politicians and have been around politicians, and politician isn't a bad word, but I'm just not a politician. So I'm just your neighbor, and that's what I'm here to just offer myself.
She's your neighbor. I'm just your neighbor.
I just want to be your neighbor.
I just want to be your neighbor. I used to love that when I was growing up. All right. What can be done to increase the police patrol and their presence in the community as it relates to seniors? And I mentioned this to one of the prior candidates that the seniors really want to feel safe in their homes. They want to be able to sit. There was a time when it was getting to dusk that you could sit on your porch and just sit back and chill out with a cup of tea, a glass of iced tea. But you can't do that anymore. You have to go in. They all lock in by 4 or 5 o'clock. And so, what do you think we can do to increase our police presence?
Yeah. Back when they were first developing the Mid-City Redevelopment Alliance, my husband and I lived in Mid-City, and we were kind of part of that group learning about community policing. That was the first time we ever heard that that phrase. And if you have police that are connected because it's their job to be connected to a specific community,
Right.
and they're patrolling in that area, they get to know the people. And so, you know, if my mom's sitting out on the patio and the police go by, then they know that's, you know, George the policeman, and the George says, "Hi, Miss Mack, how you doing?" And that's the thing that I think would be helpful, is knowing that policeman's going to be coming by any second now, and he knows me and I know him, or she knows me and I know him.
Oh, great. I'm going to give you a last minute to go ahead and just say anything you want to the seniors.
Okay, great. When I first got into this race, I didn't know who would be running. I didn't know if, you know, I would be the best candidate or the worst candidate or anything like that. But I've gotten to know some of the candidates. Well, I guess I've gotten to know all the candidates to some degree. And there are several candidates that I think are really a good choice.
Wow.
You
truly are not a politician.
Right. Well, and I think part of that lies in the fact that as a resident myself of District 6, as somebody who lives in the district, as a constituent, I think it's important that whoever gets elected is invested in that community.
Sure.
They have their own personal investment. They don't live in another district. They're not on the board of a homeowners association of another district. They don't just buy a piece of property. I mean, I have rental property all over town. I could have run in about 4 different districts if that was the criteria for running, but I live in the district, and Dawn lives in the district, and Pam lives in the district, and Corey and Reverend Pitcher live in the district.
Okay.
And I realize that Mr. Dunn is a house favorite and everything, but
well, I don't know, but
I'm just saying
we'll refrain from doing that. But
I understand.
Up next, we have Miss Pamela Smith. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I appreciate that that you came, and thank you for offering yourself up for public service.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you so much. Let's go to we'll go to a quick break so we can make sure we take care of the mics. Let's take a quick 30-second.
Council on Aging, serving seniors.
seniors, we are back. I think my mic is now working. We are back. We are back. Can you? Everybody can hear me? If you can hear me, make sure you let me know you can hear me. I'm so glad for our next candidate. I'm hearing some music in my ears, but it's coming. Our next candidate, Miss Pamela Smith, is also running for District 6. I'm not hearing nothing and I'm not seeing nothing. Our next candidate, oh, there we are, is also running for District 6. District 6, Miss Pam Smith, which is, she's running from a different perspective. Miss Pam Smith is legislative assistant for Councilwoman, who used to also be our board treasurer and president at one time, Donna Collins Lewis. Miss Pam, there it is. Thank you. Miss Pam has worked with Donna for a lot of years, and so she's going to bring a different inside perspective to this thing. And so let's welcome Miss Pam Smith to the radio. Come on, Miss Pam, tell us something about yourself. I know you go to New Hope, because when I go every now and again, I see you. Look, don't get on here and tell my seniors I don't go to church every Sunday, because I just said it myself, and I've been looking online, okay? So we ain't gonna even put that out there. But Pam is one of them ones in the front row, always praising up high and jumping, and cheering. I slip in the back and sit on the last row when I do go.
But senior, she come to church, don't she?
Sometimes.
She come to church. She and her husband.
That's right. My husband go more than me, though. I ain't gonna lie. All right, Pam, tell us about yourself and why you decided to offer yourself up for public service, because that's a lot. It's more than a notion to offer yourself up for public service.
Yeah, I'm finding out the hard way is a lot, y'all.
Yeah, they do you. They do you something when you're running for office.
Oh, my God.
That's good.
Oh, my God.
Up a little bit, yeah.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Yeah, I'm prayed up.
All right.
But thank you all for inviting me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, my name is Pamela Smith. I'm number 114 on the ballot.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to run.
There you go.
Because I have worked for Councilwoman Collins Lewis for the last almost 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I have worked with the constituents in District 6, and I just fell in love with it.
Okay.
I have also lived in District 6.
All right.
I'm going to say that again. I live in District 6.
They own that. I live in District 6.
26 years. For 26 years, I raised my daughter there. I attend New Hope Baptist Church for 24 years there.
The pastor, Reverend Leo D. Cyrus.
Yes.
Hey, Reverend Cyrus.
Hey, Reverend Cyrus. I also, I am the president of the Forest Oak Windsor Place Civic Association in District 6.
She done dropped the neighborhood on them. It's Forest Oak, Windsor Palace. Not
Windsor
the palace. Windsor Place. Not the palace, because the Windsor Palace is in England somewhere, right?
Windsor Place.
Windsor Place. Okay.
I graduated from Southern University.
The Southern.
That's right.
We ain't gonna hold that against you.
No, but anyway,
right.
I fell in love with the job. And I am doing the job, and I feel like I can continue to do the job.
Right, okay, because you was holding up Councilwoman Donna Collins Lewis, because I know you call me all the time about a senior issue. We need you to do this and do it right now. Okay.
That's right.
I
love them seniors, girl.
That's right. Okay, now listen, tell us, what are your top 3 priorities for seniors in this parish if you are elected? They clicking like for you. They like that.
For my seniors to live in a safe community, be safe in their homes, and have access to the basic needs, the grocery store, to be able to go to the grocery store and safety.
Yeah.
I just have the basic needs, be able to come to the Council on Aging.
That's right. Send them to the Council on Aging.
Yeah, they have fun over here.
Now, Pam, while you were sitting, you saw what we went through when Councilwoman Lewis helped us get this dedicated millage. If you are elected, will you continue to support the Council on Aging and the seniors that who need our much needed services that we are able to provide them because of the dedicated millage?
Yes, I will. Yes, I do commit to support the seniors, because we get called. Councilwoman Lewis get calls daily, and again, I have Tasha's. If I can't get to Trudy, I text Tasha.
That's right.
So they call our office daily, wanting to know how could they be a part of that, or how could they get services. So I will continue to.
And we jump right on it, right?
You jump right on it.
That's
if
right.
you don't, they'll get another call from me.
That's the kind of councilwoman you're gonna be too, huh?
That's right.
All right. Okay. So one of my seniors that attends the at the event center wants to know what we're gonna do about all the overgrown lots, the blight, the trash, the tires, the litter. What we're gonna do about?
Well, I'm going to
city?
continue. I'm going to continue to do what we've been doing. We're going to continue to ask the constituents to call it into the 311. Y'all, 311 does work.
Well,
Now,
why they can't work it?
It may take a while to get to it because DPW is short-staffed, and I know y'all don't want to hear that. But they are short-staffed. Yes, they have. The mayor is constantly having. What I want to say, job fairs.
Job fairs.
The people go to the job fairs, and I'm hope I don't get no trouble for saying this.
When
they come to the job fairs,
they ain't ready for a job.
They can't pass a
drug test.
A test, Tasha. Well, we can't hire if you can't, you know.
Well, you got to come clean to the job fair. You can't be high.
Come on,
you can't smoke a blunt and then go in and think you're getting a job, right?
So it's not all DPW. It's not. You got to come correct.
You got to come correct.
If you want a job, y'all.
You got to really want the job.
Yeah, and I know, and I work with those guys. I work the guys. Know I have them on speed dial. I know all the guys. I know all the departments. Those are hard-working guys. They don't make a lot of money, but they're hard-working guys.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay. It's the three, because I honestly, if I'm honest with myself, I never dialed in the 311 system. Is it easy to navigate? Because
it's easy to navigate. Once you put it in the system, it goes to the department. Whatever you call it, say if you call it a Miss Court, it goes directly to Republic.
Okay.
Or Miss Trash or Court.
Your trash can.
Yeah. It goes straight to the Republic. And they get it. If you call in the drainage issue, it goes straight to the drainage department.
But the problem is they shorthanded, so it takes them some time to come.
It takes a while. I'm not going to tell you it's going to get done in 3-4 weeks, but it's going to get done.
I got you.
It's going to get done.
It's going to get done.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, the school crossing guards, my seniors, a lot of them crossing the bad kids at these public schools. And they've been crossing them for a long time. And they only been getting minimum wage. And they said that they need a raise. And if you elected, or will you work with the administration to help them get past minimum wage? Because you know seniors can't do nothing with minimum wage.
Yes, Tasha, I will.
Fixed income,
yes, Miss Amar. Let me stop saying Tasha. Yes, Miss Amar, I'm on the radio. Yes, Miss Amar, I will.
Say Tasha.
Okay, thank you.
I like Tasha.
Yes, Tasha, I will.
You will.
With them because I get calls from them as well.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
And then they got the fancy vests and no money.
Miss Smith, so the people in our district call. Councilwoman Lewis, can you get them to stripe those lines?
Right.
You know, we get all the calls.
You get all the calls.
And we take care of it.
And you're going to bring that expertise with you to the city, to the council seat.
Yeah, on day one.
On day one.
Yes,
you're going to be ready to go.
I'm going to be ready to go.
All right. Now tell us, what's your thoughts about the city of St. George? Look, they clapping. What's your thoughts about the city of St. George? Are you with the lawsuit? Are you against it? What do you think?
Well, I'm not for the city of St. George.
Not for the city of St. George.
Because it's going to be taking money from our public schools and from our already underfunded DPW. So no, I'm not with that. Then you have to think about this as well. COVID is going on now.
Tell me about
People have lost their jobs. Business have closed. People are not making the business that are still open may not be making the money. So therefore, we may have a tax fall. I don't know that for sure, but I'm just guessing. So then, where's that money? Where are we going to make that money up at?
Right.
So
that's a good point.
That's going to be a big problem.
And since you have had an inside view of the Metro Council and how it operates for 12 years, my question to you would be, how, once we get this new council in, what would your strategy be to bridge the gap with this racial lines that we have within the Metro Council? Because a lot of the votes are biracial lines or party line, and how will we get past that? Because I've experienced it, others have experienced it, and I can tell you emphatically, I don't ever want to go back to the Metro Council meeting for nothing.
No. I'm gonna work across party lines. I'm not gonna be on an island by myself.
Sure.
I plan on working with all the council members. I think we need to come together,
right,
and try to work together. I can't have everything. We have to also understand.
Right.
I can't have everything in my district. You can have everything in your district, but I think if we come together and try to work together, I think we could work that out.
That sounds like a good plan.
That's my plan.
And it sounds like a good plan.
Whether working out, I'm still going to try.
Now let's talk about infrastructure, the streets, the potholes. You know, you can ride around here and bust a tire. I'm telling you.
But Tasha, I think
what we gonna do with these potholes?
Tasha, they've been doing Tasha, I'm not gonna let you go there with that.
You
now,
ain't gonna
'cause
you been on Plank Road lately. I went to get me a piece of fish.
Okay, well, we need to talk to Councilwoman Erica Green.
Oh, that's not in your
district. That's not in my district. I'm gonna speak on Councilwoman.
Okay.
I'm gonna speak on Councilwoman Lewis district.
I got you. I went to
they
give me
call it in. We call things in. We have a neighborhood specialist who ride our district and call things in. Our constituents call things in.
Everybody,
homeowners, we call things in, y'all.
Does everybody have a neighborhood specialist?
Yeah, everybody has one.
Well, we're the one by Tony's, because I went to get me a piece of fish.
I'm sticking with my
stick with your district. My apologies.
Okay, my apologies. I accept them. We're gonna stick with District 6. We have a District 6 neighborhood specialist. I'm gonna shout him out, Terrence Lockett.
T. Lockett is your neighborhood.
That's right.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes, he is.
Hey, T. Lockett, T. Lockett.
We don't. We're not as bad now. And they're quick to fix them.
Yeah.
Because they rather fix them than have you file a claim against the insurance, Tasha.
So, well, if my tire bust, I'm filing the claim.
Well, you should have filed it.
But I had to go
again. It was District 6. I mean,
District 5 wasn't 6. Okay, I got the districts confused.
Okay.
All right. Now, look. Okay, I don't want to take all your time worrying about my tire. I went on ahead and bought me a new tire. Okay. Anyway, so there's a lot of violence and crime going on in the city, right? So, of course, and I mentioned this to some of the other candidates, the seniors are really, really concerned, worried. You know, it's gotten to the point where they don't feel safe to sit out on their porch after 5 o'clock. You know, they go in, they lock up. What can we do as a community? If you're elected, what would you do to lead the charge, you know, to tap down some of this crime that we're dealing with? What can we do? I mean, we got to do something.
Tasha, you probably won't like what I'm getting
You going to say pray? Can we do that at the church?
No.
All right,
Tasha,
then.
All of this starts at our house, Tasha. Tasha, we can't expect the police to police our children. Tasha, we know.
That's right.
We know when our children are out there doing stuff they have no business. Tasha.
They said this in Bible study the other day.
I knew what my child was doing, Tasha. No, this is the way I was raised.
I got you.
My father raised us like that.
Yeah.
My parents knew what we were doing.
Mine too.
And so again,
my mama didn't do. She didn't play.
Mine didn't play either. My father was a principal, and he didn't play. Not at all.
So we got to in the homes.
We got to start back in the house, Tasha.
Yeah.
We can't expect the police to police our children.
That's right.
The police are not in our homes.
That's
the police,
right.
When all these shootings are going on, the police are not at those houses when those shootings are going on.
Amen. You said a word right there.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. You know, but I'm still gonna work with the chief and do whatever I can. You know,
they loving that. She done preached a sermonette in here. They love it.
You know, I'm gonna tell the truth. You know, I have to worry about me telling a lie.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell the truth. If you don't want me to be honest, don't vote for me.
Ooh,
but I'm gonna be honest.
I love it. She gonna be honest.
Again, I live in District 6. I'm gonna be honest.
All right, now we're gonna give you one last minute. Right. Tell them whatever you want to tell. You done said it. Look, she could throw the mic down. Okay. You could go on and say whatever you want to say.
I am Pamela Smith. I'm number 114 on the ballot. I'm running because I love District 6. I live in District 6. I am concerned about District 6. I will do all I can to support the District 6 community. The door will always be open when I am elected. The door will always be open in District 6, just as it has been for Councilwoman Donna Collins Lewis. Mm-hmm. So again, I'm Pamela Smith, number 114 on the ballot.
Vote for her.
Vote for me, District 6.
We want to say thank you to Pam because she doesn't normally come out and do these kind of things. But because it was us and it's the seniors and she knows our heart, she came on out anyway. Yes. And we appreciate you for stepping out of your zone and coming out to speak with us. Good luck to you. And we're so thankful that you did offer yourself up for public service because, you know, we don't oftentimes get, you know, great choices. So we're glad that you offered yourself up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Pam. Thank you for inviting me.
All right. Next we have Dawn Collins. Dawn Collins will be next. Dawn Collins, not Donna Collins Lewis. Dawn Collins. She is next. Right after we coming up. We just gonna come up. Listen, seniors, while we waiting on them, y'all, let's give, cause we, you know, my time. Y'all want to give away another tablet? Let's give away another tablet. I'm gonna give away, We press for time. Let me give away my Chromebook right quick. I'm gonna give away my Chromebook. I'm gonna give him I got somebody else. How many I got? 1, 3. Oh Lord. Okay, press for time. I'm gonna. Oh Lord. Great job. Let's get Dawn in. Okay, I'm gonna give my Chromebook away on Facebook. Anybody tell me who been in jail? Cut your mic on. Let me know who really been looking and booking and paying attention. Let me know who been looking and booking and paying attention. Cause I sure am running out of time. Come on, Dawn. Come on, have a seat. We running out of time. Cause I've been long-winded today. I'm gonna give my Chromebook on right after Dawn. Y'all say something on Facebook if you're listening. If you're listening, say something on Facebook. Hey Dawn, how are you?
How are you?
I'm well. Pull up to the mic so we can hear you real good. We just cleaned it. Yeah, put those on. We just cleaned it and everything is all right. It's all right on the Lotus Zone. Welcome to the Lotus Zone. We're gonna give you 2 minutes to tell us why you decided to run for Metro Council.
I decided to run for Metro Council because the neighborhood that I moved in, purchased my home in 16 years ago. It's not the same neighborhood it was then when I moved in as a mother with 2 small sons. And so I'm running because I'm digging my heels in. I'm not moving or going anywhere. The divestment in the area, the blight that has increased. A lot of times people decide that when an area goes awry, that they move to the other side of town where they're doing all of the development. But I believe and I know that the people of District 6 are ready to rebuild and not just simply repair the divestment, but to make District 6 bigger and better.
Okay, so now you kind of like Pam. You're a kind of different situation. You currently serve on the school board.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have to leave the school board, or can you do both?
Nope, gotta leave because dual office holding is not a.
You can't do dual office.
That's correct.
So when you leave, are you gonna say bye, Connie? I'm just checking. This is. I just wanted to know when you leave. When you left,
bye, Connie.
Were you gonna say bye, Connie? I just was checking.
I'm gonna say bye, school.
You gonna say bye, school board? Okay, real quick, cause they rushing me. All right, what are your top 3 priorities for seniors in this parish if you are elected?
First and foremost, of course, continue to support and work with Council on Aging. I will also work to make the neighborhoods safer and better for all, but keeping seniors a priority, of course, as well as our small children.
Right.
And then 1/3 priority is to ramp up the efforts on the Complete Streets initiative and the infrastructure, and make sure that intergenerational space and development.
Well, we just did it. We just got us an intergenerational center at the corner of Gushong and 38th.
Come on now.
When you get a minute, you got to check it out.
Yes,
It'll be finished in a little bit.
And I must say, this is a beautiful facility. And if you don't mind, I'm going to take a tour when I finish.
Please do. Please do. And in that same vein, the dedicated millage tax helped us to renovate this center.
Yes.
So now, if elected, the millage provides a plethora of services to seniors across this parish. Would you continue to support the tax, or would you consider repealing it?
Oh, absolutely. Will not consider repealing it.
Amen.
Y'all have been doing amazing
Thank you.
Things here
Thank
with
you.
Council on Aging, and you always support what's working. And I mean, you're not just continuing what you started. You're doing bigger and better, and so you can't stop supporting something like that.
I appreciate it. it. So now we're gonna try to take these questions in groups now.
Okay.
Give me your thought. It's the same 4 things. What are your thoughts about blight, and then we'll go to drainage, and then we'll go to crime, because those are the major topics.
Okay, so blight. I started doing some research on blight because everybody, it's a question that everybody asks Metro Council and everybody.
Because our city looks bad.
It does. It does. And there are a couple of areas in District 6 that...
Back there behind the mall. Old mall.
Well, yes, but they also a good example of what redevelopment
can look like.
That's right.
That's right.
Still some work needs to be done. Still some more investment. But we remember, I know when
what
it
used to look like.
Yeah, when it wasn't Melrose East, it was
Mall City.
Yes, ma'am. Over there in Windsor Place, directly next to the precinct that I've been living in and laying my head 7 nights a week for the past 16 years.
Ooh, some shade palm trees been coming out in this room.
It's shade. It's cool.
It's cool.
is Windsor Place, and that area is pretty bad. And in Windsor Place, that area is mostly rental property.
Okay.
And rental property is fine, but for some reason, sometimes these homeowners that decide to rent as an investment choose not to take care of
the property.
That's right. And so then one approach to blight is to hold these homeowners accountable. If you have to charge $25, $50 more dollars or what have you in rent to make sure that you keep up with what you got, then that's what you need to do. Also, because those are mostly renters living in that area, then things like picking up trash, they don't even think about calling 311, whereas, the homeowner might get frustrated with 311. Right. They don't even think about it. So I've walked in that area and seen piles of trash with grass growing on top because they haven't even
I'm going to tell you what my number one pet peeve is. Parking on the front yard.
Yes.
Get off the grass. Yes. That just looks so bad to me.
Get off the grass.
Get on. You got a street and a driveway. You can park all the way down to the next block. Do you have to be on the grass? That's just my deal.
Or don't. Or along the lines about taking care of your lawn. Can you edge your grass, please?
Right, it's growing all in the gutter.
Growing all in the gutter. And then you want to complain about drainage. Just edge the grass.
Edge the grass. That's a good point. Now, what about traffic and infrastructure and the way the streets are looking? Potholes, bust my tire, but what about those?
Well, so STAC, and I want to read that because I don't want to mess it up. Sustainable Transportation Advisory Committee.
You want to start a committee?
No, this already exists.
Is it a study?
And they did a study, and that informed the complete street effort.
Okay.
And so, but part of that effort involves the Florida Boulevard corridor, which has not been safe. And every time you turn around on the WAFB app or the Advocate app or whichever one you use, you see something about a fatality on Florida Boulevard. So it is definitely a high priority of mine to make sure that we have adequate sidewalks and actually look at other high traffic areas across the nation that have become more innovative. And Move BR is addressing some of those things, but I think especially for Florida Boulevard and Gus Young and Greenwell Springs, where that study was done, I think that is something that definitely needs to be.
So we studied it and we have some great ideas, and we haven't implemented it yet.
Some things have been picked up by Move BR, but it is definitely my intent to
get the rest of it picked up.
Absolutely, and I do have a proven track record of getting tangible results in my district as a school board member. In my 4 short years of service, I have brought down millions upon millions of dollars to a previously underserved area with struggling schools, and my schools are still struggling, but they have made exceptional progress. So including the infrastructure coming back from the flood, all of my schools, and I was hit the hardest during the 2016 flood, all of my schools are back in order, some with major improvements beyond flood repair. And not having to wait for the tax plan to roll
You
around.
sound like you're selling the reason why you ought to stay at the school board. What is that you're doing?
What I'm saying is, now you sounded like Cora Smith. Cora Smith like to go around and say, Dawn doing a good job on the school board. Let
her stay there. Huh?
I could do so much more as a Metro Council member is all I'm saying.
Okay, now what's your take on crime?
Okay, so myself and honestly, a couple of my opponents like the concept of community policing. And
finishing the 21st century plan.
Yes, the 21st century
plan. We
plan.
didn't do but the first 2 pages.
Right, and that's unacceptable.
That's unacceptable.
But it's so typical of government, right? Because like you say, do a study, come up with a plan, and
they get the plan, and you do the first page, and you leave it.
And you leave it after you just gave
millions
in study dollars, and zero in implementation.
That's it. Well, at least we know you know how government works.
Yes.
Now let's talk about St. George and what's your take and thoughts on, if elected, how are you going to handle the racial issue that has plagued this last council?
Okay, so all over the nation, racial tension is exceptionally high.
Most definitely.
I am a consensus builder. Now I'm straight up. I will hold folks accountable. Right is right, is wrong is wrong. Whether you consider me a friend or not, I'm gonna tell you. But I'm also still be that consensus builder, because one reason why government sometimes doesn't get things done and it's gridlocked is because people too busy blocking things for personal reasons, regardless of how it's going to impact constituents. And so I have that record on as a school board member. When I first got on the school board, the racial tension was exceptionally high.
It still is, isn't it?
It is, but there was a moment of peace. And I'm gonna believe
before Connie or after?
During, let's say during. when I got on in 2016, it was something that I knew. Okay, it was something that cool. Okay, all right. It was something that I knew when I got on the board that I was friends with. But I talk to everybody. My door's open to everybody until they show me that I need to shut the door in their face and lock it.
Now this is my last question, and I'm gonna let you wrap up.
Okay.
So this is just for me.
All right.
Look, so the Metro Council is more contentious than the school board.
Even with the hashtags
even
and the
with the hashtags.
All right, yeah.
It's way more.
Come on.
So look, we're gonna have straight up and down yeses and nos. We don't have none of that abstention, right?
Oh, sometimes you do need to abstain. The button there for a reason.
Don't go. On the days you gotta abstain, you just
don't go.
You gotta learn how they do at the Capitol. That's called
I've learned from the Capitol as well.
Take a walk. You know
Take a walk.
Go to bed. Okay. When you get back, what? They voted? I missed it. Oh, we going on to the next item. Take a walk. It looks better for you. I'm telling you.
Well, all right. I shall consider it.
You know, I work for 2 governors.
I know.
Take a walk.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna let you wrap up.
All right. So just closing thoughts. I am Dawn Sinead Collins, number 109 on the ballot. I'll think about what she said on taking a walk. The abstention button is there for a reason. So depend on how I feel that day.
On how you feel that day.
But I am Dawn Sinead Collins, number 109 on the ballot. I am the one with the proven track record of getting tangible results for the people I serve. Yes.
Fix the potholes. All right. Yes. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it. Thank you for, again, offering yourself up for public service. It's a lot. And up next, we have the Reverend Reginald Pitcher, right? All right. We're going to have Reverend Rev Pitcher up next. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Look, I'm just giving Dawn a hard time. We've known each other for quite some time, so we could play around like that. All right, Dawn.
All right.
All right, Reverend Pitcher's coming up next. They liking you, Dawn. They still clicking the like button. They like that. She gonna bring us some dollars. She gonna improve the 311 system. Rev Pitcher up next, and then that's it. We got one more, Mr. Frank Smith. One more. Trudy, you making a lot of noise, Trudy. That's a lot of noise. Y'all know Trudy been knocking over the mics and falling on the floor. Look, give me somebody, Angel. I want to name off Facebook. I'm giving away the Chromebook. Okay, who we got? Go on, you read it because Angel picked you. But go ahead, Angel. Don't call me and say why I ain't get picked. Angel picking somebody off of Facebook today. Off of Facebook for the Chromebook. Go ahead, Angel. And if y'all got a problem, call her at her office, 225-923-8000, and ask for Angel over the marketing department. Go ahead, Angel.
The Facebook winner today is Mr. Keith Hall.
Mr. Keith Hall. Yes, Mr. Keith Hall, you just won a Chromebook. Not only it's more than a tablet, it's a whole computer. You just won a Chromebook. Congratulations, Mr. Hall. And listen, seniors, don't hang up. After Mr. Pitcher, we got this 43-inch flat screen TV. We got the flat screen TV. All right, let's welcome Mr. Reginald Pitcher. Good to see you. How are you today, sir? Tell us something about yourself. Scoot this way a little bit and put your headsets on. Get in front of the mic. And then we're going to give you a couple of minutes, sir, to tell us all about yourself.
Okay, Reverend Reginald Pitcher.
In the mic.
There we go. Candidate for Metro Council District 6. Lived in the district for the last 22 years. Been active in the community for the last 40 years.
40 years?
40 years. Working with your mother.
No, not my mama. Lord, you dropped my mama on me in here.
Oh, yeah. You know I had to drop that.
Drop my mama on me.
Yeah, that's my buddy.
That's your buddy right there?
That's my buddy.
She's something.
That's
okay.
my buddy. And basically, I heard you ask about why with people getting into public service.
Right.
I've been in public service for all of my adult
SCLC,
life.
right?
Yes, SCLC.
I know my history.
Among others, you know. And just want to change the venue, move it up, you know, in another direction, but continue doing the work that I've done through the years.
All right. So let's tell us about the first question. What are your 3 priorities, if elected, that you would have for seniors in this parish?
I had broke down the SRS.
SRS. I like that.
Basically means simply continue to support the seniors.
Support.
Continue to make sure that they get the resources.
And
continue to make sure that the services are still intact.
Services.
The first one was safety. I was appalled at the fact that the police officers had
kicked the lady, 66-year-old door in.
Handcuffed her and put. See, the thing about it, my plan is community policing. If there was a real community policing in place, that would not have happened. They would have known
that Miss So-and-so lived there.
She lived there.
Right.
Because they did not know she lived there. That's what happened. The same way with the case where the young lady got killed. You know, you're in the wrong house.
Right.
If you knew the community, you know that this grandma house.
Yeah, this Big Mama front door.
Mama, ain't nothing going on here.
You done kicked in and told Big Mama house clean up.
Because there was no community policing apparatus in place.
Sir.
That would be a main thing to make sure that things like that just don't happen.
Right.
You know?
Okay, we're going to bundle these because I'm running out of time. I've been long-winded today. Give me your thoughts on what you're going to do if elected on crime, traffic, blight, and infrastructure.
Okay, let's go with
anyone you want to go with.
Drainage first.
Drainage.
There is a stormwater master plan already in place. I
and
hear
some
politicians
studies
talk about, you know, we're going to do this. Well, it's already in place.
Right.
Make sure that they're doing what they said they were going to do when they got the contract to do it. With the storm management. Now, as far as traffic is concerned, you know, there's another place, the green light plan. It's already in place.
I thought we finished with the green light and we moving to BR.
No, it's the taxes were set for the next 25 years.
Oh.
So we need to make sure that they're spending the money the way the contract earmarked them to spend it.
Because green light was from the Kip Holden administration.
Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
sir.
And a lot of things get lost in the mix when the transition of administrations, you kind of miss stuff. But it's still there.
Okay.
Now, as far as crime is concerned, you know, and I listen to politicians. They give a simplistic solution to a complex plan. Okay, first of all, you are talking about treating the symptoms, okay, and not the cause. Just because Jimmy's bad and out there tearing up the community, well, Jimmy didn't come out here like that. Jimmy was not born like that. There was an environment that produced Jimmy.
That environment is called poverty.
To make him like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you're not going to address poverty, if you're not going to address unemployment, if you're not going to address substance abuse, if you're not going to address an inadequate educational system, then you're just talking bop, for a better word.
Talking that trash.
Talking loud and ain't saying nothing.
Talking loud ain't saying nothing. I'm black and I'm proud.
Yeah, let's address the cause of the problem.
Yes, sir.
You know, don't blame it all on the kids. The environment produced that kid.
Right. All right. Then what about the streets?
Well,
the roads.
There is the same thing. The green light plan is in place. It addresses infrastructure. It addresses street widenings. It addresses synchronization of the traffic signals. We have to make sure that these so-called contractors are doing what they're supposed to do. Another thing,
right?
There's 42 different projects that they've accepted. My problem is they started those projects on the other end of the parish. and they're working their way back instead of prioritizing where it was needed the most. Same way with the drainage. I called that number you said 311. I got problems with that because they don't prioritize their jobs. Okay, if my property flooded in 2016, I should be at the top of the list.
Right.
Why am I at the bottom of the list? And
when you know it's got a propensity to flood again.
Absolutely. And the people who's at the top of the list who live on the other end over there, they probably didn't even flood.
Cause they on the highland.
So why are you gonna put me at the bottom? See, I got problems with
that. I understand. This is common sense, huh?
See, that they don't want me on the council.
Why they don't want you on?
Because I'm gonna tell it like it is. I'm gonna fight for the people. Picture for the people is my motto.
Picture for the people.
Picture for the people. I always have been.
Picture for the people. Now, if you get on the council, what is your take on this racial issue that they have on the council? Because there is a gap and a divide, and the voting record shows that. What would you do differently if elected? How you gonna bridge that gap?
Well, fortunately, over half of the council are going to be new.
Right.
So you're going to get a new start.
But the count going to be still the same.
The count going to still be the same, but the personalities are going to be different.
This is true.
So if we can get together and come to an amenable understanding of, okay, you want a little bit, I want a little bit. In order for you to get what you have to get, then you got to give me what I want. So we're going to have to learn how to work together. It's just like give and take. It's like we do in the streets.
Don't you think they kind of started like that, but eventually they were like, we don't need to hear from you because we have more votes than you, so we just do what we want to, right?
See, and that's the way it has always been. And it'll probably get back to that again. But I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to be optimistic in thinking that we can work together. But there's another problem.
What's the other problem?
Black council persons have to learn how to work together.
Hello.
Because back in the day, and I talk to young people all the time, they say, well, how was it back then? Well, back then, the council persons, the senate, the representatives formed a black bloc.
They did.
They strategized, got together before they
went
raised
to the meeting. Up the next people.
Absolutely. And by the time they got to the council meeting, they already knew what they were going to do.
That's right.
It wasn't you can peel me off or buy me out. No, it wasn't like that. They voted in a block. And everybody on the council knew that they were going to vote in a block. So if you got to deal with my district, then you got to deal with his district too, because we're one. It's not like that now. It needs to go back to that.
Why you think it's not like that now?
Because everybody, it's like I got mine and you got yours to get.
Ooh, you got to get it how you live.
That's the philosophy.
That's to get it how you live.
It's not about us. It's about me.
It's about me.
That's not going to work.
I like that. All right.
It's not gonna work.
Anything else? We're gonna give you the last couple of minutes to say whatever you want to say. Why the seniors should vote for you, and what different perspective you bring, different from the other candidates.
Okay, speaking specifically to the seniors.
To the seniors, because that's what it's about.
I don't want to change anything. This sister here has been doing a great job.
Thank you, sir.
They've been coming at her from all different directions.
They've been beating me up.
Standing her ground to get the job done, and I'm going to be right there standing with her 100%.
Appreciate that.
The services are already in place. We're going to make sure that they continue to be funded. Funded services, safety is what we're looking at.
And I like that.
They don't need to change anything else. Just make sure that you have soldiers standing with you.
I got me some soldiers. I got a couple of soldiers. That's what I'm talking about. I got a couple of soldiers. I like this. I like Mr. Pitcher. All right. Reginald Pitcher.
Fighter.
Fighter.
For the people.
Pitcher for the people. He been around a long time fighting. And these young folks think that there's a time limit, for age. There's a time limit, but I'm here to tell you that seniors can do it as long as they want to.
What does the Bible say? Young man for war, but old folk for counsel.
Old folk for counsel. My mom always say, learn how to sit at the feet of wisdom and get you some wise counsel.
We did it.
That's right. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you for offering yourself up for public service. Last but not least, we got Mr. Frank Smith. He is a mayoral candidate, and he's going to tell you why he decided to run for mayor. In the meantime, caller number 2-225-663-2271. Caller number 2, you getting the TV. 225-663-2271. Caller number 3, Trudy, answer the phone. 225-663 Caller number 1-225-663-2271. You getting a 43-inch flat screen smart TV. You better call. You better call. Yep, you better call. You better call. Call right now. I'm over my time. They're gonna be mad at me at the radio station, but it's all good. Caller number 3. All right, Trudy, we got somebody. Here we go. Here we go. Who? Welcome to the Lotus Zone. Who am I speaking with? Cause you just won a TV. Who am I speaking with? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Who am I speaking with?
Hello.
Yes, I hear you. Who am I speaking with?
Yes, am I caller number 3?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Come on. Who am I speaking with? Say your name. Say your name.
Yes, am I caller number 3?
Yep, talk to him, Trudy.
Theodore Wiley.
Theodore Wiley. Mr. Wiley, did you win already?
I haven't won a TV.
You ain't won a TV. You got it today, Mr. Wiley. Mr. Theodore Wiley.
Okay.
You won the TV. You go to Antioch, huh?
What center do you attend, Mr. Wiley?
What you say?
What center do you attend?
Zachary.
Zachary. All right. You won a TV. Trudy will call you tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Wiley. All right. Up next, we have Mr. Frank Smith III. We got Mr. Frank Smith III, and we're going to give him some time to tell us why he decided to run. You want to put this on your... Why he decided to run for mayor.
Okay. Thank you for the invite.
Yes,
to begin with. Okay, guys. I am a senior citizen and been around for... since 1947 in Baton Rouge.
All right.
And this town has needs a hell of a lot of help.
A hell of a lot of help.
And needs to be cleaned up, needs to be repaired. I'm talking about curbs, I'm talking about streets. And where I live, and when I go to the bowling alley, if you will, the streets that you have to go through on Airline Highway, Interstate 12, any on and off ramp on Interstate 12, it's like you're going through a dump, okay? And I'm tired of it, and nothing gets done. Now, on the last 30 days, our mayor has seen the light and has started to clean up that area. And I'll tell you this, my wife called me the other day, and she had a surprise for me.
Was it some hot dinner?
Pardon?
She cook you some dinner? So, okay, go ahead.
Anyway, she had a surprise for me. She said, guess what I just saw? Okay, tell me. She actually saw a street sweeper going down Goodwood Boulevard in Broadmoor subdivision. First time we've seen a sweeper in the last 20 years. Okay, so I know that the mayor's making a half-hearted effort, but after 4 years, no, somebody's got to step in and do something. So
you decided to step in?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a businessman. I believe in fixing stuff, making things right, making people do right. I can't stand the trash in the city. It's just bad. I have kids that come in from Austin and they just turn around and go back. They just, it's terrible here. Everybody that comes in from Texas will tell you that. There is a company in town or an organization called Visit Baton Rouge. Mm-hmm. They take a lot of money from us. And you're going to you pay people to bring them in here and show them what? What are you going to show them? You're going to show them Cortana Mall? You're going to show them the trash up and down Airline Highway? People that come in.
What's your plan to fix it, though? We know it looks bad, right? And do you have a plan, Mr. Smith?
I got a pretty good idea. And
what's your idea?
First thing is, if I have to, we're going to have to call in private services to come in and clean up the streets.
I'm talking about Cortana Mall. What's your plan for that?
Oh, yeah. Cortana Mall's got to be I won't call it repaired, but it's definitely got to happen. It's got to be cleaned up. You've got to make the owners of the property do it. You can sue them, whatever. And I know with Cortana, you're talking about
multiple owners,
and out-of-state owners.
That's right.
New York stock people and whatever.
Do you think the current administration has asked them that?
I have no idea, but I know nothing's been done. Okay.
Okay.
And if it was me, I'd get in the truck with the secretary or whatever and write down on it. I'd go around the city and I'd find these properties and write down their address, and we're going to send them a notice, pick up, clean up, or we're going to do it and we're going to send you a damn bill. Okay? It has to be that way. I see earlier questions with Tasha asking about vacant lots.
What do you think about that?
They got to go. They're just rat nests, okay? These vacant buildings and houses that I'm no expert, but obviously it's the drug dealers that use that, okay? But all of that has got to be corrected.
Yes, sir.
I grew up in North Baton Rouge. I want it cleaned up. There's a lot of potential there, and we're not taking advantage of it.
Right.
Okay? Now, I'm a senior citizen. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I bowl 3 times a week with senior leagues, so it's several hundred people, okay? Some of those folks, they fill your ear with, they're upset about this or that. I would say 90% of them are hurt. They got cancer, they got a busted knee, they got a hip replacement, whatever. There's a few ladies there that need help.
Yes.
They lost everything in the flood of 16 in their trailer.
Well, tell them to call the Council on Aging, because that's what we're here for. We'll help them. If they call us, we'll help them. You got my word today. They can call and ask for me, and we're going to help them.
She's absolutely right. These people actually go to her right now.
All right.
Because they get food from her.
Yep.
All right. These people collect. As the rest of the gang there, we bring our Coke cans, aluminum cans to her, so she can sell them and make ends meet.
No, look, we have programs. We'll help with the light bill. We'll help with furniture. Give them our number. They can call tomorrow. We'll help with home repairs. We do modifications. They can ask for Shan. If you're listening, they can ask for Shan, and we'll make sure that they get some needed service, because we don't want them to have to rely on Coke cans, because that's what we're here for. You got me.
I need that. They need this.
We're going to give Shan is going to give you her card. We're going to give you a bunch of them, and we're going to make sure.
And I'm going to see all of them next week.
That's right. Give it to them next week. Pass them out like popcorn, and we want to make sure whoever it is, if they are surviving off of turning in Coke cans, we are here to help them, okay?
But I'm here to represent the common man.
All right.
We don't get the attention that the insiders and the rich people do from the mayor's office, okay?
Right.
Right now, you've got the rich Republicans putting $300,000 given to the mayor, a Democratic mayor, to run. They want her to get in there. For me, it doesn't pass the smell test.
Right.
Okay. You can figure out what you want. But personally, I didn't take $1 from anybody. I didn't buy a sign. Okay.
Because it's not really about wanting to be mayor. It's just about getting your issues to the forefront of what we need to do to make our city better, right?
There you go.
That's right. You just want them to hear the common man voice, and we got to have our voice heard. And if it means going and qualifying for election for mayor, then let me do it so I can get in front of these people and say do better, right?
Exactly.
That's it.
Let me tell you something. It's not about color. It's not about gender.
That's right.
It's about getting the right person.
Because we all the same color in God's eyes.
There you go.
That's right.
I'm in the commercial warehouse business.
Okay.
I rent to small business people and some national companies and whatever. But I rent to a lot of small black businesses.
Okay.
Up and down South Choctaw.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, I know just where you are.
All right. So I'm friends with them. They call me, one of them says I'm his brother,
We are.
The one says I'm the best person they know other than their mother.
Praise God.
Okay. I take care of them if I can. I help them if I can. but for me, they're just people.
That's right.
I don't care about the damn color.
Yeah, we don't care about no damn color.
Okay, and she says I got 1 minute left.
That's right.
Anyway.
Go ahead. You saying you preaching. We're going to give you 2 minutes.
I go by the golden rule, and I don't know if the young people know what that is.
Do unto others.
So I see people get up every day, men and women, like all of you, to get up to go to work. You know what? I like you.
That's right. We go to work.
You take responsibility, okay? You bring groceries home to the family.
Yes.
All right? I know you'd rather be at the beach or wherever, but
we at work.
You got to work.
Right.
You got to take responsibility, and you have to get other folks everywhere to get the same idea.
Get to work.
Then everybody will be happy.
I'm with Mr. Frank. I love me some Mr. Frank already. You know what? I might have to vote for Mr. Frank. I'm not lying. I'm just telling you. Me and Mr. Frank. I'm telling you, Mr. Frank, I'm liking Mr. Frank right now. We want to thank Mr. Frank for offering himself up for service. And we want to thank him for getting the courage to stand up in front of folks and saying, we got to do better. You need to fix this. And if I got to run for mayor to get your attention, I will. Because something ain't passing the smell test in Baton Rouge.
She obviously saved the best for last.
I did. Mr. Frank is the best for that, because anybody that's a senior citizen is all right with me. Because what? We love the seniors, and we do seniors every day. Y'all give it up for Mr. Frank. They clapping for you, Mr. Frank. Thank you, Mr. Frank.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, we appreciate it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. We see y'all next week. We'll see y'all Sunday. We got E. Eric Gayrod with the E guarantee and a bunch of other people. Y'all see y'all later. All right. Bye-bye. All right.